Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out VeChain's price chart. And I believe the last time that we talked about VeChain we were all the way down here, and the idea was that if we are bullish we need to have shown a very strong move up into this wave 345 in order for me to be able to say with quite a bit of confidence that the final low for our correction in VeChain is already here. So what happened? We did get a move on the upside, and in this update, we are going to check out a bullish and also a bearish possibility at the same time. First things first, let's talk about the bullish scenario. That suggests most likely in here we are having, starting from this point, ABC down into A, B, C on the upside into wave B, and this is 5-wave impulsive structure down into our C leg. So generally, this is an ABC running flat to about, now I'm gonna say this point into our wave 2. Now from here to about this high, I think we are easily able to find an impulse on the upside, so I do not have any problem at all calling this point, according to our bullish count, the end of our wave 3. And what is happening in here, I believe there's a good chance to around this low we had an A, B, C, D, E, a triangle structure into wave 4, and yet another move on the upside into wave 5. So yes, we are able to find a 5-wave up, but that is not enough for us to be optimistic. No, what happens after a 5-wave? If we are looking optimistic and bullish, you know the answer, we're gonna have a correction structure down. Now in VeChain, let's go on 15-minute chart. Okay, in the short term, I think we may do something like this, and that doesn't really matter. But what really matters is the next phase. Are we going to do a consolidation pattern and then another move down, or instead are we going to have from here a very strong bounce followed by a correction and then a continuation of the uptrend? Because so far we can say, well, okay, this is just a 3-wave movement, hopefully in form of an ABC zigzag. On the other hand, if we get a consolidation pattern and yet another move down, okay, that means we are most likely having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave impulsive structure down, which brings me to the bearish count that we can consider in here in VeChain. And unfortunately, I think that kind of has to be our primary case. Why? Because in an ABC running flat into our A leg, in most cases we are having an ABC zigzag and not an ABC flat. That's why this structure to me does look kind of corrective and not impulsive. And here is what I have to say. I believe we can argue from this point to around this high we are having ABC zigzag up followed by an ABC running flat down, and this can be, yeah, sure, another ABC on the upside. So on a higher degree we may have a WXY in form of a double zigzag, indicating this was a correction all along, and our move down unfortunately in the short term is not over yet. Now overall the story is way different. I think if we get yet another deep move down in VeChain, that's actually going to be a long opportunity, because maybe on a higher degree we are having 5-wave up into 1. This whole move down can be a correction for wave 2, and if this is happening, what's next? You know the answer, a massive move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. So let's not confuse the short-term possibility with the overall scenario that we are considering as our primary case in here. In the short term, if we see a consolidation pattern in the next 12 to 24 hours and then another move down, that is not going to be an optimistic sign. Instead, if we see maybe something like this, very quick move down and then a very strong bounce back without a lot of overlapping of the waves, because that's the characteristic of an impulse, and then we get a correction structure, that can be a great sign indicating, you know what, maybe in VeChain we are actually bullish and the low is already in, and from here we can expect yet another beautiful move on the upside. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in VeChain, and until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.